Hello, everybody. Welcome to the lecture series on pricing. This particular video is about pricing strategies. Through this video, you'll be able to understand how businesses set prices for competitive advantage, how businesses can use different pricing models to gain a competitive advantage. So, pricing strategy is the method that companies deploy. It is the technique through which companies decide on what kind of pricing practice will best suit for their products and services. So, pricing has a significant impact on profitability, market position, and consumer behavior. So, it is based on the pricing that a brand's profit is determined. It is based on pricing that a brand's market position is determined, and it is based on pricing that how consumers approach a brand is also decided. So there are several objectives towards understanding pricing strategies or the purpose of pricing strategy. One, pricing strategies will have to be intended towards maximizing profit. Any pricing strategy that we follow, it has to focus on increasing the profit. Second, pricing strategies should be focused on gaining more market share. It should focus on developing and penetrating across the market to gain better customers. Third, our pricing strategies should benefit us in competing with our competitors in an effective manner. Fourth, the perception towards the brand has to be enhanced through the pricing. So, the way we price our commodity should create a better perception and image about our brand. So, there are several pricing strategies. The first is cost based pricing, where you add a a profit margin to the production cost. So you determine the production cost of a product to which you add a particular profit margin. So there are several types in cost-based pricing. One is markup pricing. Second is target return pricing. Markup pricing is where you add a small profit markup across the production cost. Target return pricing is you determine how much return you have to take out of a product, and based on that you fix the price. So you have a target on your return, and based on that target, you fix a price. Say, for example, there are several manufacturers who deploy cost analysis in determining their pricing. The second type of pricing is value-based pricing. Here, pricing is associated with value. How much a consumer values a product, the value that a consumer has towards a product will significantly and directly impact the pricing. The more the value is attached to a product, the greater would be its price. The lesser the value, the lesser would be the price. So the willingness of the consumer to pay, how much my customer or consumer is ready to pay for a product, how much they are ready to spend on a product. Say, my customer may be ready to spend like 1,000 on a local handbag, while they'll be able to ready to spend 1 lakh on a Louis Vuitton. So the willingness of the consumer to pay determines the price that I've fixed. So this generally happens with luxury products. The third category is competition-based pricing, where the pricing is directly influenced by your competitor's price. We see what price our competitors sell at. We either sell at matching prices. We either sell at the same price range, or we sell at a better price to acquire price leadership, to be a leader at pricing. So we either match the price or we lead with the price. So like this is greatly going with airlines fluctuating their prices with demand. Say if one airline reduces the price, followingly all the competing airlines will reduce the price. If one increases, every other airline will start increasing. So that's how the airline industry works. The next type of pricing is psychological pricing, where consumer psychology is played with, is tactically played with. Say, for example, selling a product for 99 instead of 100 to make the consumer believe that they are getting it at a lesser price, but the lesser price is just a matter of 1 rupees. Or playing with the ego of the consumers, prestige pricing. The more pricier the product, the more I will be valued. Better price, better quality, or higher price, higher quality. That is how psychological pricing works out. The next type of pricing is penetration versus skimming pricing. In penetration pricing, initially the price is set very low so that a lot of consumers buy the product. In order to penetrate the market, in order to get into the market, acquire a substantial market share, pricing is kept at minimum in the initial, after which it increases. The second type is skimming prices, where we initially sell the product at a higher price in a way that the break-even point is attained at a very short span of time, or you're able to generate revenue at a very short span of time. After you start generating revenue, you reduce the price. So say tech commodities, if an Apple phone is launched, the launch price will generally be higher, but after 3 months, we'll see the price dropping off. So this is an example of skimming pricing. Next, we have dynamic and bundle pricing. Dynamic pricing is changing the price according to the demand. Say tomatoes sold at 100 per kg at a time, and then all of a sudden it's sold at 3 per kg at a time based on availability and demand. Bundle pricing is when consumers purchase multiple products, we offer them discounts. So buying of bundles yields discounts. This happens during festivities and stuffs, and subscription models when they subscribe for 2 to 3 uh, programs or 2 to 3 streaming platforms. Maybe they are getting it at a bundle price. So pricing has a significant impact on how a brand is positioned and how profitable a brand functions it. So what is the profit that a brand generates has a significant influence on pricing, and pricing has a significant influence on the profit that is getting generated by a brand. Different businesses, different companies, based on their goals and based on the consumer behavior, follow different pricing models. So the right price is not just about the number, but it's also about the strategy that co-plays there. So I hope this video was helpful to you in understanding about the different pricing models. I'll see you soon with another interesting content. Thanks for watching.